Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Kraken Packs video. I am your host, MrBevers. That's right, we're getting into box number 2 of my case. You may have seen all my videos where I did a whole case for my local game store, Untouchables. If you didn't see that, you can definitely check it out. They were all uploaded last week. I hope everyone enjoyed the GP in Montreal if you went. I know there was a bunch of creators that went. We also had a conversation on Twitter between a whole bunch of us talking about how we're probably going to try to meet up at the Toronto GP in February. So if you're going to the Toronto GP in February, you might be able to bump into a whole bunch of us. I know that MTG Canuck is going to be there, or try to be there. I'm going to be there. Kitchen Table Commander is going to try to be there. Apparently Milo the Great's going to be there, and is going to see if we can't get together and maybe just, like, you know, hang out for a while, maybe play some games, and who knows, maybe do some collabs or something. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, we got Justice Strike, Oakran Assassin, or Orchran Assassin, Pilfering Imp, and our first rare is a Hatchery Spider. So it sounds like it's going to be a good time, is all I'm saying. So if you're going to be in and around the Toronto area in February for the GP, make sure you head out there. I don't think any of us are planning to play in the main events or anything like that, so we'll probably just be, like, hanging out, doing side events, and possibly just playing casual games. So come by, say hi, check it out, right? Come hang out with us. And Erratic Cyclops is our rare, with a Boros, Guildgate, and a Soldier. I'm going to have such a huge stack of Guildgates that I can send to Tony now. He's going to be so happy that I have so many Guildgates that I can send to him. He loves Guildgates, by the way, in case you guys didn't know. Lotleth Giant, Legion Guildmage, and our rare is a Beast Whisperer with a foil Sworn Companions. Now, if you noticed my other videos with the store, with Untouchables, we did get some interesting patterns going on, which is maybe concerning. Arboretum Elemental, Ladev Champion, Creeping Chill, and our rare is an Expansion and Expulsion. And so the patterns I'm talking about specifically are the fact that their first box had the same 2 foil rares that our first box had, which is kind of strange. Then not only that, they also opened up, I think 4 of their 6 boxes had 2 foil rares in them, with a total of like 9 foils. Temple Garden, very nice little rare. And then they had 1 box that didn't have any foil rares in it, but they ended up with a total of, like, you know, on average, 9 foils per box, which is pretty crazy. Conclave Cavalier, Electrostatic Field, Enhanced Surveillance, and a Response and Resurgence. And they also missed 2 of their mythics. So you know how my Core 19 went? Well, it went the same for them with Guilds of Ravnica. They ended up with no Vraska and no Dream Eater. Guild Summit, Glaive of the Guild Pack, Selective Snare, and Mission Briefing as our rare. So, I mean, if I'm going through this a little faster than I normally would on my channel, it's because I've opened up so much of this product already with those videos. So I apologize, but we are going to kind of rip through it as much as we can. Now, someone else also, Becca, in the comments, asked me what I thought of, like, the card quality. She said it felt a little strange to her, a little different. I haven't really noticed. Gruesome Menagerie as our rare, and we got a foil Runaway Steamkin. So we got a foil rare, but, like, I haven't really, like, I mean, they don't feel any different to me than like the Core 19 or the Dominaria cards. At least not that I've noticed. Like, not in a major way. Price of Fame, Flower and Flourish, City Watch Sphinx, and a Runaway Steamkin. Hey, I heard you like Runaway Steamkins. Here's another Runaway Steamkin. Why are there so many damn Runaway Steamkins? What's happened to this city? That's all I want to know. We've got another Flower and Flourish, a Wee Dragonauts, a Book Devourer, and our rare is a Citywide Bust. And we did get another foil, a foil Torch Courier. Little 1/1 Haste Goblin Man. Who doesn't like hasty goblins, right? I think the answer is no one. Everyone who likes goblins likes hasty goblins. Hasda Marshall, Crackling Drake, Sinister Sabotage, and a Niv Mizzet Parun, or Parun. That's the foil we opened in the first box, that they also saw in their first box at Untouchables. Whispering Snitch, Night Veil Predator, Status in Statue, and Camaraderie. Camaraderie. We got a demotion. Oh no, we've been demoted. Golgari Findbroker, Crawl Swarm, and our rare is an Ionize. And we got a foil, Swarm Guildmage. Very nice. It's always nice to see the foils of the, you know, guild mages and stuff, because those cards are normally pretty cool. Now that being said, I mean the older guild mages are quite much more broken than these ones. But Affectionate Indrik, Swath Cutter Giant, Plague Crafter, and Quasi Duplicate. Now the other thing to notice here is that we're just over a third of the way through this box. And we haven't opened a single mythic yet. But now that I've complained about it, there will be a mythic in this pack, right? Swarm Guildmage, Circuitous Root, I should say, Conclave Guildmage, and a Sacred Foundry. So no mythic still. There you go, see? I complained about it and it didn't happen. But we did get another Shockland, so I mean, I'm not going to complain. Shocklands are always good. It's always nice to have Shocklands. Crackling Drake, Inspiring Unicorn, Street Riot, Street Riot, it's a Charnel Troll. Alright, halfway through the box. We're now approximately halfway through. Necrotic Wound. This is an uncommon that I think is going to see more play than maybe it's being let on right now. This card seems very good, especially with the amount of graveyard shenanigans that can go on in this set so far. There's a lot of cards that dump creatures into your yard, and this is a 1-mana instant that murders indestructible things. So, I mean, I don't know. I want to separate it because I think it's going to be worth something, but maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe it's not good enough. Ritual of Soot. Destroy all creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less. So fatal ritual, or Ritual of Fate. Is that instead of Ritual of Soot, it should have been Ritual of Fate? Glaive of the Guild Pack, Inescapable Blaze, Gird for Battle, and an Omnispell Adept. 3/4 for 5. And we did get a foil, Hitchclaw Recluse. So, we are definitely low on mythics so far. Could we possibly open the no mythic box? It's possible. Necrotic Wound, City Watch Sphinx, Crush Contraband, and Mausoleum Secrets is our rare. I mean, it's possible that you could end up with it. Now, that being said, I'd be okay with a no mythic box if I could open up as many foil Shocklands as Untouchables did. Which is, they opened up at least 2, from what I recall. Affectionate Indrik, Invert and Invent, Sprouting Renewal, and Assassin's Trophy. So there's the rare that everyone's talking about. The expensive one. The newer Abrupt Decay that still, but it can be countered. So, you know. Ladev Champion, Conclave Guildmage, Rampaging Monument, and our first mythic from the box, a Dream Eater. There it is. Little Dream Eater, man. Little 4/3 Flying Sphinx with Flash. I mean, people are not going to expect you to drop a 4/3 flyer for 6 on their turn. Integrity and Intervention, Thought Erasure, Wand of Vertebrae, and Etrata. 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 I think that's how you pronounce it. Etrata? So I think that's how you pronounce it. The Silencer. An interesting little card. Definitely works different than I thought it did when it first got played against me. It hit me and then it exiled the thing and I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, I thought it was supposed to put a counter on a thing and then once it hit me 3 times and did 3 things, it exiles them. No. It's once 3 things have been exiled with it, you lose. Oh, Midnight Reaper as our rare. So, definitely caught me off guard the first time. I just like let it through to hit me. I was like, whatever. It's not going to do anything crazy. It's just going to hit me for 3 damage. And then it was like, all right, exile your big thing. And I went, oh, Might of the Masses, True Fire Captain, Legion Guildmage, and an Experimental Frenzy. With another Guild Gate. What a surprise. So many Guild Gates. So many Guild Gates. What else we got? Smelt Ward Minotaur, Conclave Cavalier, Disinformation Campaign, and a Swift Blade Vindicator as our rare. Alright. A Crawl Harpooner, Legion Guildmage, Grappling Sundew, I should say, and a Thief of Sanity. A 2/2 flyer. Wow, this has been a very low mythic count. We are nearing the end of this box and we've only got 1 mythic. I don't think I've seen a box like this in quite some time. Electrostatic Field, Beacon Bolt, Sinister Sabotage, and a Doom Whisperer. So now, like, the mythics are going to come out to play now because they're all near the end and it's like, hey, he thought there was going to be none. Doom Whisperer, 6/6 flyer for 5 with flying and trample that says pay 2 life and surveil 2. I mean, I talked about this in one of the videos for Untouchables as well. Like, it was kind of like, I don't know, a 6/6 flying trample for 5 with no downside? There's no downside on that card. There's no downside on that card. I mean, I don't know. Am I missing something? Demir's Spybug, and we got a Tajik. Legion's Edge. I mean, I know it's a mythic. I get that it's a mythic, but like, I feel like there should be some sort of downside for a 6/6 flying trample for 5. Even at the mythic slot. I mean, you pay 2 life and surveil 2. And our rare is a Dawn of Hope. We're also like super short on foils here too. We haven't opened up a foil in a while. No foils and no mythics in this box. It's kind of interesting. House Guildmage, Book Devourer, Discovery and Dispersal, and a Pelt Collector. Not a bad little rare. Not a bad little rare. Beacon Bolt, Status Statue, Silent Dart, and Tristani. There's another mythic. See, all the mythics are coming out to play at the end of the box. So it's a 1/4 for 5 that says other creatures you control get +1/+1. And it comes into play. It creates 2 1/1s with lifelink. And then at the beginning of your end step, each player gains control of all creatures they own. We got a Ral emblem. So we're hoping for at least 1 more mythic in the last 5 packs here. Because I think 4 is about average. 4 is about average. Demotion, Invert and Invent, Discovery and Dispersal, and, okay, about a Vraska. There, see, like, all the mythics were in a row. We opened up Doom Whisperer, Tristani, and Vraska within the last, like, 8 packs of this box. So, there you go. I mean, I'm not going to complain about a Walker. I'm not. So, I'm happy about that. Nice little Vraska. And we did get a foil, too. A Vicious Rumors foil. So maybe all the foils and all the mythics are in the last, like, part of this box would be kind of random. I mean, I should say it's not really random. Whispering Snitch, Glowspore Shaman, Flight of Equinox, and Guildmage's Forum. A little fixer, little fixin' land that says if you can make any color with it for 1. So you pay 1 and make any color. But if you spend that color on a multicolored creature, it gets a 1/1 counter on it. That's pretty nice. And a Venerated Loxodon. Very good for the Convoke deck. Tap a bunch of little dudes, put out a big 4/4, and give all your little dudes +1/+1 forever. Can't complain about that. Smelt Ward Minotaur. Plague Crafter. This card seems very good, FYI. Goblin Banneret. And Deafening Clarion. So we did hit our 4th mythic. But I think our foils are still kind of low. So that's interesting. And we only got 2 Shocklands. But this is the last pack. Last pack. Goblin Crater Maker. Truefire Captain. Gird for Battle. And a Chamber Sentry. There it is. 0/0 for X, and then Chamber Sentry enters battlefield, a 1/1 counter on it for each color of mana spent. To cast it, then you pay X and tap it and remove X 1/1 counters from it. It deals X damage to any target, and then you can pay 1 of every color to return it from your graveyard to your hand. I think someone compared it to me as like a worse Walking Ballista. It is much worse than Walking Ballista. So Walking Ballista was XX, and you put counters on it, and then you could just remove counters to deal damage. This is you can only get a 5/5. This can only ever be a 5/5. And then not only that, you have to pay mana and tap this creature to remove the counters from it to deal the damage. So if you don't have the mana ready, you can't do it. And then yeah, you can return it to your hand for 5 mana, but if you return it with those 5, chances are you don't have those 5 to play it again to make it a 5/5. So like I don't know, it's a mediocre rare in my opinion, but we'll see. Maybe someone will find a way to break it. I'm sure they will. So let's see, what do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 foils, which is super low. So super low on the foil count. Only 6 in 36 packs. So only 1/6 of the box had foils, which is pretty crazy. We only ended up with 4 mythics, which is, I mean, better than what it was looking like, because we only had 1 by the time we were on the last third of the box. We opened up 3 mythics in the last third of the box, and we only hit 2 Shocklands. Now, we did get our Assassin's Trophy, which is not bad, and we did get a Pelt Collector, which is also not bad. And, you know, a bunch of these other rares are good things to have, so... And our foil rare was kind of mediocre, but we'll see. Maybe someone will find a way to make this a thing that is important. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I've been your host, MrBevers. This has been box number 2 of Guilds of Ravnica from my case. Don't forget, if you want to help support the channel more than just subscribing and watching, I have a Patreon. You can go check it out, sign up. I make sure that my patrons get stuff every month. I would really appreciate the support. If you can't support with a monetary value, thanks for just watching. Make sure you, check out all my other videos. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to share it around, that would greatly help me as well. So if you can't support with a monetary value, even just sharing my content on Twitter and social media and all that kind of stuff, go for it. Share the videos. I'm totally cool with it. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. And as always, may your pulls ever be better.